What is up, AFC South football fans, and welcome into another edition of the AFC South Roundtable powered by BetUS. Week 3 is in the books, and we turn the page to Week 4, where we'll be previewing all of the Week 4 matchups within the AFC South division. In order to do that, we got to bring in all the boys. We'll bring in Derek first, fresh off the first dub of the season. We'll bring in Ruben, UCF Jaguar, and Titans Rossi as we dive into previewing Week 4, including an interdivisional matchup. Those are always the best, especially here on the roundtable, because every time you tune in, that is when the chat gets going like crazy. So we're going to start there. But before we do, I want to pull up the odds between these Jacksonville Jaguars and the Houston Texans. I'm interested to see what the line is currently on BetUS, because this past weekend, both the Jags and the Houston Texans had a rough outing. I'm wondering how that's reflected in the spread. And based on what I'm seeing right now, fellas, I got to tell you, I know the Jags suffered a bit on Monday Night Football this past weekend, but I don't know if it's truly worthy of this type of spread. Right now on BetUS, the Houston Texans are a 7-point home favorite against the Jacksonville Jaguars. Full touchdown with the extra point on top type favorite with an over-under of 45. If you think the Jags are going to cover, or you think the Houston Texans got this one in the bag, take advantage of the 150% sign-up bonus we have going on for you at BetUS. The promo code is YouTube150. That gets you a 150% sign-up bonus up to $2,000 on your first deposit, and 125% bonus on your next 2 deposits after that. All right, so Derek, I'll start with you. You see that spread. You're talking about a Jacksonville team here looking to get on the board for the first time this season. Houston was 2-0 going into this past weekend, struggled against Minnesota. They're looking to get back on pace. You see that spread. Do you think this game is going to be one of those type of games, or do you think it's going to be closer than the spread indicates?
I always try to say that divisional games are always playing very close to each other. And, I know that this season has definitely not gone in favor of the Jaguars. And despite the bad loss last week, the Texans are going to try to get back on the right foot. I will stick to my gut and say that I think it's going to be a one-score game still. It's just how these games are. I mean, again, the Colts have not lived up to expectation, and the Texans pretty much have, but yet, that first week, we saw that game could have went either way. That came down to the final minute. Even though the Texans were the better team in that spot, the Colts always played it close. I mean, it's just how it is with this division. So I think it will be within 7 points if I have to take a guess on it right now, because divisional games are just different in the NFL. It's just different how they play.
But with the way you're talking about it, I'm assuming you think Houston takes this one, or do you see a different outcome?
If I have to give a score on it, I'll go 20. Let's go 24-20 Texans here.
All right, Rossi, what do you think? You think it's going to be close like that, or do you think the spread's fair? How do you see this one going down between the Jags and the Texans?
I mean, I would say that, considering the betting world and all that, I mean, the spread probably is somewhat fair. I don't think it's going to be that close, though. I mean, I think that Jacksonville is going to bounce back in a sense. I don't see them pulling it out in Houston. I think Houston's going to bounce back too. I don't see Houston as necessarily a bad team or anything. I mean, I think that they just need to get it together. And I think they're going to pull it out. I'll say Houston 24 and the Jags 17.
All right, back-to-back picks for the Houston Texans.
I did pick the spread.
Oh, you're right on the nose. A nice push, right? Everybody loves that. Money's down. You're waiting all day. Nothing. A big old – I hope you're hungry for nothing. Ruben, 2 straight picks for your Houston Texans. Are you about to make it 3? How does it go down this weekend in H-Town?
I do have this being a very close game. I have it 27-24 Houston Texans. The last time we played in Houston, it came right down to the wire, and I'm expecting another great game. The Houston Texans, they need this offense to wake up. They need to see this passing attack be successful. And, like Derek says, these division games are always tricky. It always feels like the Houston Texans and the Jacksonville Jaguars are playing a very close football game, and it's going to be a fun one here. You need this O-line to protect CJ Stroud if you have a chance, and I need to see that Will Anderson Jr. and Daniil Hunter combo just feast on Sunday. But I have the Houston Texans taking the dub in Houston, not taking the 7 points, though.
UCF, is this the week the Jags get on the board against an interdivisional rival on the road? Do they get the W, or do you think the Jags go to 0-4?
This is painful because I want so bad to be on the round table talking shit about my team, putting down Ruben. We can go back and forth and yell at each other, but I can't do it here, man. The Jaguars are just so bad right now, and they're getting worse every game. And against the Bills on Monday Night Football, that was, I don't know if it was an all-time low, but it was very, very low. I mean, the Jaguars have had some really, really bad games, but they've had really bad rosters. Like they've had, been with Blaine Gabbert and Mike Mularkey, and, they've had Gus Bradley and Chad Henne. But, you have Super Bowl winning coach Doug Peterson and number 1 overall pick Trevor Lawrence, and you're out here getting blown out on Monday Night Football. And, they're just not good right now. Not much energy. I mean, the only thing that's on our side is that the last time Trevor Lawrence won a game was in Houston. Like 8 or 9 games ago. It's insane. So I'll have Houston winning. I can't pick the Jaguars. The only game I'll pick for the Jaguars to win until they actually do win is probably the Colts week 6 at home, because for some reason, no matter how bad the Jaguars are, they beat the Colts at home. But yeah, I'm going to have the Jaguars losing 30-13.
Let's move to the 1 p.m. window Sunday afternoon. Derek, somebody's got to knock off these freaking Steelers. I don't understand it for the life of me. The offense is as anemic as it gets, and somehow they're undefeated. The Colts are 1-2, but the spread would indicate that this game's supposed to be awfully close. Right now on BetUS, the Steelers are only a 1-point favorite. They're the undefeated team taking on the 1-2 team, yet they're only a 1-point favorite against the Colts in Indianapolis over the weekend here. Ruben, I'll start with you. Who do you think takes it? Do you think the Steelers can really improve to 4-0, or do you think the Colts can get to 500?
I'm going to actually take the Pittsburgh Steelers in this one. Mike Tomlin, it doesn't matter who it is. He has them boys playing right. I do think it is going to be a very close game, though. It can go either way. The big question is, when is that AR5 interception going to come? If he is able to limit the turnovers, then I think the Colts might have themselves an opportunity, to keep this football game very close. But I think that Pittsburgh Steelers defense is legit. It's going to be a fun one for you guys, Derek. I have you losing by 3. I'm going to go 17-14 Pittsburgh Steelers.
Rossi, talk to me. I feel like Anthony Richardson's going to be in for a rough day. It feels like all these young quarterbacks are against this Pittsburgh Steelers defense. I'm going to wait to see if Rossi shows me any movement. Right now, I think we might have lost him. I don't know if he might have ascended to another place. I haven't seen him moving.
That's what
about
Will Levis does to you, man.
Yeah,
he's looking at mock drafts. He's looking at mock drafts.
Isn't that what you should be doing too, UCF?
Hey, we have the number 1 overall pick right now. So
there was one game. There.
Oh, no. Oh, well, he just said screw it. He's like, you know what? I really got to go dive in, especially if the Jaguars have the first pick. I think one of the Titans have the second pick. So Rossi's trying to figure out exactly what he's going to wind up doing in April. All right, we got you back, Rossi. Talk to me. Who do you think wins this game, the Steelers or the Indianapolis Colts?
Sorry about that, boys. We got a storm going on. But anyways, you know what? The Steelers defense has been great. Like, I don't understand, like, is that how are they winning games? Like, their run game is awful. Like, Justin Fields has not been great by any stretch of the imagination. He's only thrown 2 TDs. Hasn't really rushed for that much either. But it's in Indianapolis, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. So I'm going to throw a shocker out here. All right. Colts just come off a win. They barely win against a bad team. But look, I'm going to pick the Colts, man. Like, they're at home. I'm going to go with the Colts. I think they're going to show what the Steelers are in a sense, in a few minor ways. I think it's going to be a close game, but I'm going to go with the Colts, man. I'm going to say the Colts 21 and the Steelers 17.
I always knew I loved you, Rossi. I always knew you were my favorite. It's crazy.
Derek, that seemed to really fire you up. Talk to me, though. I got a feeling you're going to match what Titans Rossi just said. How are your Colts going to get it done against Indianapolis?
Did we hear UCF mention it yet?
Did we?
Not yet. Not yet.
Yeah, I got to hear this one first.
Derek was smiling at me. I got so excited to go to him. He seemed so excited about Rossi. My bad. UCF, talk to me. Who gets it done this weekend?
I mean, I'll be honest, I just haven't been super impressed with the Colts so far this season. I think that Steelers just always find a way to win. I think TJ Watt will probably have a good game, so I'm going to actually go with the Steelers to win this one 17-14.
Derek, are you happy now that you made me swing it over to UCF?
Yeah, I'm all right with that. I kind of figured that's what would happen. Listen, last year, I kind of felt the same way where we played the Steelers and they came in the favorites and we stomped them because we're able to run the football on them even without JT. But the ultimate question is AR going to be in any way, shape, or form going to be reliable? That's the big question. And I hope for all things that Shane Steichen can develop a game plan this week that's just gets the ball out of Anthony Richardson's hands quickly and into playmakers' hands. And it just needs to be a dink and dunk game for him. It doesn't need to be explosive play or nothing, because you're right, against this defense, that's what's going to get you hurt. Alex Highsmith is most likely going to miss this game. So that's another big component that they're going to be missing on that defense. Like Rossi said, the Justin Fields has not been amazing, but he hasn't had to be amazing. He's just had to play complementary football, and the defense has been able to keep them in every game. And that's probably what's going to happen here. So if you're Indianapolis, Ruben taking his subtle shot, but that's true though. Can you prevent the turnovers? And if you can do that, Indianapolis can win this football game. It will be probably low scoring. I will go Indianapolis 20, Pittsburgh 17.
Ooh. That sounds that sounds actually higher scoring than I would have imagined based on what the Pittsburgh Steelers have been doing defensively. I mean, last week, what was it? Another 10-point outing?
20-10. That would be the highest scoring game of the whole season against the Steelers.
Well, they're due. AR's due. Why not? Why not them? Why not the Colts? Let's swing it to Monday Night Football for Titan Rossi's Titans. Another doubleheader. I can't stand. I don't know about you guys. I can't stand these doubleheaders. They need to leave Monday Night Football.
It was good. It was good for the Jaguars on Monday. Okay.
Yeah, I know the other game was actually great, especially with Cincy falling.
Not everyone had to watch the Jaguars. Okay, we could pretend that game didn't even happen.
Yeah, I don't think anybody was upset watching the Bengals go down. I don't know about you guys, but sign me up for that any day of the week. Anyhow, this game, it's a pick 'em straight up. We got the Titans going to Miami on Monday Night Football against, I don't know at this point. It could be Skylar Thompson. It could be, honest to God, I couldn't even tell you who the third string quarterback is right now in Miami. It is a brutal situation unfolding right now in South Beach, but it's currently a pick 'em as Tennessee heads to Miami for that Monday Night Football matchup. Derek, I'll swing it back to you to start this one off. Who do you think ends up taking this one on Monday night? Do you think that the Titans finally get one on the board against some backup quarterback for the Miami Dolphins?
Man, do I even have to go with this one? I mean, this is just two bad teams right now, and Miami is just in a situation where they don't even know what their quarterback is. And clearly this team can't function without Tua Tagovailoa back there. And, the Tennessee Titans, they'd just be better off just not having a quarterback out there at all. So, I mean, you just have two teams that just for some reason have no quarterback play. This is just going to be a trash game, but I will go ahead and say that the Titans will get their first win, especially since we saw just a spite in the face of TD would be great. I'll go 14-10. I mean, honestly, it'd be that bad of a
Wow.
game.
I think anything that fuels up another TD meltdown on a live stream I think that's something everybody wants to sign up for.
They're perfect, man. They're
must see.
perfect.
Must see. I just looked, by the way. Mike McDaniel did say that it is uncertain whether or not Skylar Thompson would be able to go. That would mean the Titans would be squaring up against Tim Boyle. So with that in mind, Ruben, your thoughts on how this gem of a Monday Night Football game ends up going down in Miami?
Yeah, Tim Boyle spent training camp with the Houston Texans. This needs to be a win for the Tennessee Titans. Like, it is a must win for them. If they do not win this game, you might as well blow it all up. I have this being a close game also, but I feel like we need to see a Will Levis game that calms down the Tennessee Titans. Yes, I am the guy who could potentially be the franchise quarterback, but it's just going to take some time. However, I do see this game being very tight, very low scoring. I have it 17-7 Tennessee Titans. I think their defense is very good, and they're going to make whoever the quarterback is, look silly.
Yeah, that's a good point. This past week, the Dolphins against the Seahawks, 3 measly points. So if the Titans D shows up, it could be a good day for Tennessee. UCF, how do you see this one going down on Monday Night Football?
Dude, I mean, honestly, if I were the Dolphins, I would literally go full Wildcat mode, full 2008 Dolphins, and let Achane go out there, let Raheem Mostert run the ball, bring Tyreek Hill back there. They have so much speed, and their quarterback situation is just so sad right now. I don't know. I would get creative, but I mean, with this one, I do think that the Dolphins just have, they still have a lot of talent on offense. So, and obviously the Tennessee Titans are struggling. It'll probably be a brutal watch. Nobody likes watching primetime games with backup quarterbacks. But can we give a quick shout to the AFC South? Look, 3 primetime games in the first 4 weeks of the season. I mean, of course, the Colts don't get it because the Colts aren't entertaining. But all the other 3 teams are right. But nevertheless, yeah, I'll say that the Dolphins will win this one. I'll go 17-13.
Sheesh.
Rossi, this is back-to-back weeks where your Titans are going up against a backup quarterback. It didn't go so well against Green Bay. Will it go better for Tennessee on Monday night against the Dolphins?
I mean, the Tennessee Titans, they can only score 17 points. It's utterly ridiculous. I mean, they averaged 17 points last season. It's just, man, the offense, it's just been absolutely atrocious to watch. But, I mean, if I'm the Dolphins, I would consider starting Huntley. I mean, the Titans have issues against running quarterbacks. Like it's been like that the last couple seasons. And, I would start Tyler Huntley if he's available. Tim Boyle is absolutely atrocious. If they start Tim Boyle, there's no reason the Tennessee Titans should not win that football game. This is a perfect opportunity for them to get a W to kind of, I don't know if it's turning things around, but, at least get some hope, some positivity, some, momentum in that building, and for Brian Callahan to stop sounding like he's, just a straight schlub. So I don't know. I'm going to pick the Titans to win this one. I really do not see how they could not. But they've burned me so many times, but I'm still going to pick them to win. I'm going to say the Titans are going to finally score over 17 points. And I'm going to say the Titans 20 and the Dolphins 10.
There you have it. The week 4 picks are locked in, gentlemen. I love it. We got an interdivisional matchup that should be good. I hope we have a little bit of scoring on that Monday Night Football game, Rossi. I'm hoping for it at the very least. And then, hey, Derek, like I said, somebody's eventually got to knock off these Steelers. Could be the Colts. On your way out the door, make sure to hit the like button and subscribe button, because all these games that we just predicted, we will be recapping next week on the Week 4 recap episode of the AFC South Roundtable. Also on your way out the door, link in the description below for BetUS. 150% sign-up bonus with the promo code YouTube150. That'll get you 150% sign-up bonus up to $2,000 on your first deposit and 125% bonus on your 2 deposits after that. For Derek, Ruben, UCF, and Titans Rossi, I'm your host, Z-Bot. Thanks so much for tuning into the AFC South Roundtable. Enjoy week 4, and we'll see you next week.